Hi there. So in this video, we're going to do the third free response prep question in Unit 3 supply. So this one says there's a graph, shows you short run cost structure of a firm, and then it says just what are these cost curves? So hopefully at this point in the unit, you should be able to say that's marginal cost, that's a VC, and that one's ATC. So this Nike swoosh one, that's MC. And then 2 and 3, they both look pretty similar, but we know that a VC is part of ATC, so ATC has to be curve 2. And a VC is curve 3. That's because a VC is smaller than ATC. Now it says, explain why curve 1 does each of the following: initially decreases and then finally increases. So we'll put B1. And it initially decreases because workers specialize. And that's the idea of saying, so the change in total cost, right, and thinking about that's what marginal cost is the change in total cost divided by the change in output. We'd say the change in total cost is smaller than the change in total product, because every time we hire a worker, we get a little bit more cost, but we get a whole lot more total product. And so that means that the marginal cost value is going to get smaller. Now for part 2, it's because of diminishing returns, right? Diminishing marginal returns. Diminishing marginal returns. And that's the idea. So the change in total cost is larger than the change in total product. That's because every time we add a worker, we add cost, but we're not getting quite as much total product. So that means the marginal cost value starts to get larger and larger and larger. Okay, part C says what measure of cost is represented by the distance between 2 and 3. So that vertical distance there between the two. And we notice that it's actually getting smaller and smaller. The two curves are getting closer. And so for this one, we'll just say AFC. And that's a fundamental principle here. Remember that FC plus VC equals TC. Well, AFC plus AVC equals ATC. Those are kind of fundamentally the same statement. Explain why the vertical distance decreases as output rises. Well, AFC is going to keep getting smaller. AFC decreases because we are spreading the fixed cost over more output. And that's really what it is. We could actually just say the spreading effect, because you're spreading out that fixed cost over more and more units of output. And so the AFC is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. It'll never disappear, but it's going to get smaller and smaller as these two curves get closer and closer. Hopefully this helped you. See you next time.